Mom, you have to start controlling your weight.
She felt helpless as day after day she watched her mother's health fading.
It's my life. I'll do what I want.
The argument ended with her mother storming out without even saying goodbye. In a rage, she sped home, but nobody could have seen what happened next.
Oh God, I think I'm having a heart attack. Somebody, help me!
Ma'am, don't worry. Everything will be okay. Give me the paddles. She's not breathing. I got a pulse. She's breathing.
What happens next brings back very painful memories for me. Yet it did lead to a gifted doctor in a ducked-away clinic that would teach my girlfriend's 53-year-old mother, Giselle Mathers, a magic formula that would save her from life-threatening open-heart surgery while causing her to incinerate 42 pounds of lethal excess body fat and managing her symptoms of type 2 diabetes and leaving fitness experts and doctors completely shocked at her life-changing results. It's true. Giselle melted away 42 pounds of lethal excess body fat and transformed her health, going from this to this, while at the same time restoring her mobility, elasticity, lowering her blood pressure, improving her complexion, and even restoring her sex drive. And that's not all. Giselle regained her vitality and vigor, reduced chronic pain in her body, and cleared her arteries of deadly plaque that leads to heart disease. The truth is, you are simply unaware of this magic formula that delivers a complete body transformation in record time and has been shown to manage the symptoms of diabetes, prevent heart attacks, and at the same time remove signs of weight and age-related issues while burning away pounds of pure body fat. This is shocking. However, in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to reveal to you the 3 bizarre hidden warning signs you need to look out for to prevent heart attacks. Catching these early warning signs could be the difference between you living and dying in the next few months. I'm also going to give you the unusual but easily visible body symptom that you can see that is a sign that you might have heart disease. So stick with my story to the end so you can identify this body symptom. I urge you, take advantage of this information. It could save your life. And when you watch this video until the end, I'm also going to reveal the food you think is healthy that you are consuming every day that is leading to type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Before discovering this magic formula, Giselle simply had no idea how learning this simple formula that costs pennies to implement and can be discovered in less than 2 minutes incinerates lethal, stubborn body fat every single day. And could have saved Giselle from that near-fatal car accident that nearly claimed her life. If she had known this information, it's no way she would have missed the unusual and silent hidden warning signs that you think are harmless but are destroying your metabolism and creating chaos in your hormonal system, especially for men and women over the age of 35, which leads to irregular and lethal fat storage around vital internal organs. You may have one of these symptoms right now, so pay careful attention to what I am telling you. And if that doesn't convince you that the next 3 minutes will rapidly transform your health, I'm also going to reveal the hidden symptom that's made worse by simply walking upstairs, getting into an argument, or driving in a car. I must insist you take swift and immediate action because you are about to discover how a hidden condition made worse by a simple argument is causing you to gain lethal fat while putting you at risk for a sudden heart attack. This easy-to-learn magic formula has never been revealed to the general public until today. Giselle had struggled with her weight for years. She tried every workout gadget, exercise class, and even took prescription drugs. Yet it was a heart attack in a near-fatal car crash that would lead her to a gifted doctor who was shunned by the medical community for his unconventional methods that revealed the truth that changed Giselle's life forever. If Giselle had not stumbled upon this life-saving information, she still would be risking her life every time she got in a simple argument or drove her car. She would also continue to gain pounds and inches of humiliating body fat while being frustrated by following the outdated advice in popular fitness magazines and infomercials. And I can promise you this, you will be enraged when you hear one doctor break his oath to reveal the shocking truth about the fitness and diet industry and the real causes of diabetes, heart disease, and lethal excess body fat. And yes, these symptoms are all caused by the same thing, which you will discover in this short presentation. But what's most inspiring is the complete, miraculous health transformation my girlfriend's mother experienced after she suffered a heart attack, which led to a near-fatal car crash that forced her to be rushed to the hospital after being resuscitated, where she would find the doctor who saved her life and helped her lose 42 pounds of lethal excess body fat. Learning this ridiculously effective magic formula will improve your complexion, have you looking 15 to 20 years younger, while detoxifying your body, decreasing your stress, and strengthening your muscles. While your friends are spending hundreds of dollars on useless, ineffective workout gadgets and performing ridiculous rituals that claim to burn fat, you will be burning fat even while you sleep, while strengthening your heart, reducing the symptoms of diabetes, and removing dangerous plaque from your arteries that cause heart attacks. Nor will I have you pay for any prescription drugs or be asked to perform any strenuous workouts. With just 2 short minutes of your time, you will learn the same proven strategies used by a rogue doctor that will help you lose 10, 20, 30, or even 40 pounds of lethal excess body fat while strengthening your immune system, lowering your blood pressure and cholesterol levels, and even increasing your sex drive. Best of all, this works for any man or woman who must lose lethal excess body fat that puts you at risk for early death. To put it simply, give me your full attention for the next few minutes. If not, you run the risk of missing this one piece of indispensable information that could save your life. I'm going to share this critical information with you that will prevent heart disease, reverse symptoms of type 2 diabetes, and incinerate lethal excess body fat. This is exactly what happened to Janice from Cleveland. She lost her excess body fat and even melted away her love handles and the stubborn body fat from her lower belly and thighs. Her doctor was stunned when he was able to get her off dangerous prescription drugs that were putting her at risk for further heart problems and even death. Or what about Craig from Los Angeles, who was able to incinerate almost 95 pounds while saving himself from dangerous diabetic insulin shots and blood pressure medication? Or what about Karen from Washington? She was able to quickly and safely lose 20 pounds by discovering the magic formula you are about to learn in just a few minutes. Here's what Janice had to say about her success. Thank you for sharing this information in your presentation. The most helpful part for me was near the end, where you talked about the magic formula I used to lose my excess body fat and even stop using dangerous prescription drugs. I didn't believe it at first. However, after losing so much weight, I am convinced. Now, I am quickly on track to achieving my fitness goals next month, and knowing this magic formula makes keeping the weight off effortless. Thank you. Don't worry. I'm going to reveal to you exactly how these clients achieve these amazing results in just a few seconds. However, before we continue, it's important you know who I am and how this will transform your body and give you the answer you've been looking for. My name is Daryl, and I'm a college graduate with a degree in kinesiology. Here's a pic from my graduation less than a few months ago. I was called the Wonder Kid of Fitness by how I had already created more than 1,000 rapid body transformations on my college campus before my 21st birthday. I was sponsored by big name brands like Kind Health Bars and even trained celebrities and supermodels. I've also ran a successful fitness class my entire college life and was covered by my local newspapers, and I have also appeared on numerous television shows. Now, I don't say this to brag because I'm proud of my girlfriend's 53-year-old mother, Giselle, and the shocking information she came across after nearly dying in a car crash that day. You have to agree, her life-saving body transformation is nothing short of a miracle. I am in shock just thinking about it because I still remember the first time I took her little girl on a date after I had pursued her for months. I was nervous beyond belief, and I could barely put two sentences together. And Giselle was a real firecracker. She didn't make it easy for me. But I eventually won her over. At that time, Giselle was already struggling with health issues that would soon put her life at risk. She complained about her sore joints all the time, and her stomach poked out from under her dress. Not to mention, she felt tired all the time and barely had enough energy to make it to work every day. And even the most simple tasks like cooking herself a meal was becoming increasingly difficult due to her chronic pain. She was losing her independence and feared she would soon need assisted living just to go about her day. That's why I was horrified to hear about her heart attack that caused that near-fatal accident that day. Giselle was almost 2/3 of the way home and seriously regretting the argument she had just gotten to with her daughter. She started feeling lightheaded and nauseous, and a piercing pain started in her back and started moving through her body. She started to grab her chest and was unable to maintain control of the vehicle and slammed into the freeway wall. Luckily, onlookers called the ambulance but were horrified as they could only watch as her car was on fire. As she lay in the car, her mind began to wander. Would she have a chance to make things right with her daughter? Would she ever see her children raise a family of their own? Or make it to her retirement? Tears ran down her cheek as she felt her life fading from her body. At that moment, a brave firefighter arrived and broke the glass and pulled her to safety. When the ambulance arrived, they had to resuscitate Giselle as she was seconds away from being pronounced dead at the scene. In shock and frightened out of her mind, she arrived at the hospital where the doctor informed her that she had a heart attack and was lucky the crash hadn't caused any serious injuries. As terrifying as this was for me and my girlfriend, this actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. That's because it was at this hospital that a doctor broke his oath and directed her to a gifted doctor in a duct-away clinic with a bizarre magic formula that would cause her to lose 42 pounds and save her life. The very next day, Giselle would meet the doctor who taught her the magic formula that saved her life, managed her symptoms of type 2 diabetes, removed deadly plaque from her arteries, and caused her to lose 42 pounds of lethal body fat. In fact, it would be fair to say that this tragic event was the turning point in Giselle's life. Leading up to this, Giselle had suffered from chronic depression. She had divorced over 5 years ago and hadn't had the energy to do many of her activities or even run around with her family. She was stuck living a sedentary life and thought that her drained feeling and limp sex drive were just a result of old age. Before this happened, Giselle never would have taken the time to consider how her health was failing her. Faint signs that there was a problem like a sudden cold sweats, pain in the arm, or numbness in her hand and feet, and strained swelling in her legs were completely ignored. And not to mention her rapidly expanded lethal excess body fat on her belly, which seemed impossible to get under control no matter what type of food she ate or how many hours she spent in the gym. The whole event was like a giant slap in the face for Giselle. The scary thing is, if this had not happened, Giselle would have continued living her life as if nothing was wrong, all the while ignoring the dangerous, unknown symptoms that cause deadly plaque buildup in your arteries and heart disease and lethal diabetes. Giselle is a classic case of a person who's tried everything to lose weight. She's been to Weight Watchers, followed low-carb and paleo diets, and even spent outrageous fees for personal trainers who mostly perform guesswork and hope their clients lose weight. At the same time, either being ignorant or hiding altogether the magic formula that would allow her to control her weight and manage the symptoms of diabetes, heart disease, all while detoxifying her body, restoring mobility and elasticity to her sore joints, and even restoring her lost sex drive. Sure, these diets shave off a couple of pounds, but the weight always comes cascading back due to the body building up a resistance to the diet. And at the same time, never addressing the lethal excess body fat that is a huge risk and can lead to sudden heart attacks. Not to mention, these diets caused such an instability in Giselle's body that she reported difficulty remembering things, thanks to all the sudden blood sugar spikes from these methods. She was right on the cusp of being diabetic, and her doctor told her if she didn't do something, she would have to start using insulin injections for the rest of her life. Giselle was simply fed up with investing literally thousands of dollars into her health and still not seeing any results. The frustration was almost too much for her to bear, and she started spending most of her days sitting at home, watching TV, lonely and depressed. This is where Giselle found herself at the time her near-fatal car crash almost claimed her life. There's simply no way she could have realized that her entire life would change forever that day. My girlfriend was sitting in the hospital, crying uncontrollably as we waited for the doctors to bring us news on Giselle's condition. The doctors finally called us in, and when my girlfriend was united with her mother, the two of them could not stop crying. Giselle began to thank God that she had another chance to see her daughter and really a second chance at life. It was at that moment when a rogue doctor came in and spoke the words that would transform Giselle's life forever. He said, "Giselle, you were very fortunate today. The car crash caused by your sudden heart attack allowed the ambulance to get you here in time. Had this happened while you were at home alone, you would be dead. You are stable right now, but I have to be honest with you, there is much more work to do. Unless you lose 25 pounds of body fat, it's a good chance you might not make it another 6 months. You simply cannot continue to live the life you have now. If you don't lose some weight, you might not be so lucky next time. However, I'm going to recommend you to Dr. Sarmad, who came from overseas and has been using an unusual method that most doctors in this country simply don't know about." This hit Giselle like a ton of bricks, but deep down, she was sure if she ever wanted to see her kids have a family of their own or enjoy a happy retirement, she had to take action. However, she wasn't without her doubts. She thought, how could I possibly lose so much weight in such a short period of time, especially with everything I've tried that has failed? It has been frustrating trying to lose 5 pounds in 2 months, let alone 25. The weight of the event started to sink in, and my girlfriend, Giselle, and I realized she had been given a second chance to change her life, and she should take this gift from God and use it to her full advantage. Right there in that room, Giselle made a promise to do whatever she had to so she would not live her life in fear of sudden heart attacks, diabetes, and other weight-related diseases. That night, Giselle and my girlfriend got together and prayed for an answer to their problems. Their prayers must have been heard because the very next day, Giselle met the man who would save her life, Dr. Sarmad. Dr. Sarmad was a rare individual who made you feel like you knew him all your life the very first time you met him. He was charming, empathetic, and extremely intelligent. The medical community frowned upon the information Dr. Sarmad was revealing, but his sense of duty and genuine compassion compelled him to do the right thing. When Giselle walked into the office for the first time, he simply said, "Today is the start of your new life. Today you begin writing a new story. Before, your story was one filled with chronic pain, debilitating heart problems, obesity, and lack of hope. But from this point on, we're going to rewrite your story and fill it with hope and a promise of a new, fuller, healthier life. I'm about to teach you what I call the magic formula that will rewind your current health problems, improve your complexion, and you will feel like someone half your age. This heart attack was a warning sign. You don't get too many of those in life. The next one might be your last. However, there is a silver lining in your story because your heart attack was just a hidden symptom of another problem. You have too much excess body fat, which has led to a spike in blood sugar levels, and your cholesterol levels are through the roof. Rather than put your life at risk with deadly prescription medications that run the risk of killing you, I'm going to teach you this simple process based on what has been called a magic formula that we used overseas where I'm from and have been helping people lose an alarming amount of body fat each day. Learning this process deals with the real issues that lead to excessive fat gain, heart disease, and heart attacks. You might be thinking it's a new exercise method, hormone, or drug, and you would be wrong. However, by learning this magic formula and fixing the one thing, your body will automatically restore itself. And not to mention, you will lose tons of fat, stabilize your blood sugar levels, and clear block arteries that can cause sudden heart attacks. This is not about any silly rituals that claim to burn fat or managing hormones. What this does focus on is the real underlying cause behind excessive gains in fat that lead to heart disease and diabetes. When you pair that with the 4 ironclad rules of weight loss, we have seen this revolutionary innovation in fitness even prevent arteriosclerosis, detoxify the body, reduce risk of certain cancers, prevent symptoms of diabetes, regain mobility, prevent heart disease, and rapidly increase fat loss quicker than you ever imagined. Giselle was puzzled and asked Dr. Sarmat why she was never told about this life-changing information by any of her own doctors. She said she had visited dietitians and multiple fitness trainers and had barely lost 2 to 3 pounds in 2 months of effort. Dr. Sarmat sighed and said, "There's a very simple reason you haven't heard about this. It's an all-natural solution, and greedy corporations and fitness experts can't make money from it. I've been shunned by the medical community because the doctors in your country are told to stay away from all-natural simple methods like this and always prescribe drugs first. Where I'm from, we are taught to always use these natural solutions first. This is why you've never heard about this magic formula before." Of course, Giselle was thrilled. Dr. Sarmat quickly explained how it all worked, and she was floored and anxious to get started. Dr. Sarmat briefly explained that this revolutionary breakthrough had an absurd success rate with his patients. It was crazy. It literally didn't matter if they were in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or even 60s, or even if they were men or women. Regardless of their situation, every single person melted away lethal excess body fat. But what was more astonishing is that these results were achieved without having to give up the food you love, spending hours in the gym, or taking dangerous fat-burning supplements. The only thing that was involved was learning this magic formula in 3 great-tasting superfoods and learning the 4 ironclad rules of weight loss. And this melted away body fat every single day for every person who used it. Now, even though Dr. Sarmat had already helped thousands of patients achieve amazing results by using what he called the magic formula that manages symptoms of type 2 diabetes, prevents heart disease, and detoxifies the body, and resulted in astonishing weight loss for any man or woman at any age, Giselle still had her doubts. Dr. Sarmat then explained as simply as possible exactly how to apply this process and why practically no one was using this method in America, Canada, or other countries. He said Giselle's heart attack was the result of a silent and hidden symptom. This hidden symptom was causing excessive storage of lethal excess body fat, especially around Giselle's vital internal organs. He said this hidden symptom was like an invading force in her body, destroying her hormonal system and damaging her metabolism. And unless she was willing to expel these invaders, it would surely lead to sudden death. He said this hidden symptom is happening in most men and women over the age of 35. Numerous studies and reports have proven this is the single most important reason people fail to lose excess body fat and suffer from symptoms of heart disease, memory loss, diabetes, depression, and loss of mobility. And the most shocking thing he said is that eating a lot of the so-called healthy foods was only aggravating the problem, causing this hidden symptom to produce more symptoms of diabetes, weight gain, depression, and heart disease. The scariest part of all this is that the approach most Western doctors take is to solve the problem by prescribing more dangerous drugs that do little to address the underlying problem that causes the hidden symptom in the first place. And what's even more scary is, because of the tremendous amount of profit from the prescription drugs, this has gone completely unchecked and leaving millions of Americans with large amounts of stress that spike their cortisol levels and taking ineffective weight loss pills that only mask the deeper issues. The cortisol released from stress only intensifies the problem because it causes more fat to be stored in your body while also consuming your lean body mass, which is essential for rapid weight loss. These factors combine to devastate your body's fat-burning ability and leads to sudden urges to eat more junk foods, sugars, and sweets. Because of this, you will seem to pack on excessive body fat for no apparent reason, and losing even pounds become an exhausting struggle. When he saw the terror and frustration in Giselle's eyes, he took her by the hand and said, "I have brought my research from overseas, and it contains the answer to this symptom and the reason why so many people struggle with heart disease, diabetes, dormant metabolisms in sore joints. Our method produces results in record time. And because we have conducted meticulous research on body types of every age, we know it will work for you too. It doesn't matter your body type. It will address the unique qualities of endomorphs, ectomorphs, and mesomorphs. The natural combination, including these three easy to find, delicious superfoods taken in the exact way we show you, will not only help you lower your insulin levels, clean plaque off your arteries, incinerate lethal excess body fat, it also will help detoxify your body and increase blood flow, which will improve mobility and reduce chronic joint pain, plus improve your complexion and even boost sexual performance. Giselle thought it over. Up to this point, she had tried working with personal trainers and even used many different diet programs, but it seemed nearly impossible for her to lose weight or stop progressing symptoms of deadly heart disease. Giselle told Dr. Sarmat to remember that she was getting on in years and routinely dealt with lower back pain, sore joints, and problems sleeping. Dr. Sarmat smiled and told her that this program was different. Because there was no strenuous exercise required, it was suitable for people at any age. And when people start applying this method, they have seen significant reduction in joint problems in a matter of days. In fact, because the exercises in this method require no heavy lifting, Giselle had absolutely nothing to worry about. Giselle thanked Dr. Sarmat and began walking towards the door. At that moment, Dr. Sarmat called to Giselle and said, "One more thing." And at that moment, he said something that Giselle would remember for the rest of her life. Not everyone survives a heart attack, but surviving a heart attack while driving is something I've never witnessed. I hope I'm not overstepping, but I think that God has given you a second chance at life. I urge you to take this opportunity. If you follow this program, you may live to see your children have kids of their own someday, or you can keep doing what you've always done and get what you've always gotten, and live with the lingering fear that this might happen again. And next time, you might not be so lucky. Giselle knew right away Dr. Sarmat was right. God really had given her a second chance to live a fuller, healthier life, and she knew it was up to her to use it wisely. Giselle was relieved, and she started out at Dr. Sarmat's tucked-away office. She knew she could trust Dr. Sarmat to save her from being embarrassingly overweight, suffering from chronic joint pain and diabetes and various other diseases that affect men and women over 35. So the next day, Dr. Sarmat met Giselle and gave her 4 binders of easy-to-follow instructions. He said, "Contained in these pages is everything you need to expel the hidden invaders running rampant in your body and incinerate lethal body fat." Dr. Sarmat also made Giselle swear that she would follow the program and keep him up to date with her results. As Giselle looked over the program, she was sure that this simple, proven method would be simple for her to follow. The entire program would hold her hand the entire way with easy, step-by-step instructions that contain no extreme exercises, 0 complicated recipes, and no heavy equipment. Giselle was surprised at how simple this was to implement and was curious how something this easy could ever prevent heart disease while melting away lethal excess body fat every day without depending on any dangerous prescription drugs. At that moment, she remembered the testimonials Dr. Sarmat showed her in the almost unbelievable before and after pictures, and how they all achieved these amazing results following the same program she now had in her possession. She could still remember the examples of amazing transformations, not only in terms of weight loss, but how each person appeared to improve their complexion and look drastically younger by following this method. Giselle was overcome with emotions and asked her daughter to meet her at the house. She told her that this was a wake-up call and asked that they pray together. They both fell to their knees and thanked God for this second chance at life. And they both cried tears of joy as they realized they had never been closer to each other than in that moment. They both start thinking about how that near-fatal accident almost severed their bond forever, and how Giselle was lucky to be alive. She was overjoyed and was ready to tell her amazing story to anyone who would listen. Giselle called me immediately after her visit and wanted me to come over and talk about her experience and give feedback on the program she had been given. As soon as I laid eyes on this program and the magic formula, I was certain I was on to something special. It was unlike anything I had learned in all my years in college, studying fitness and training people personally. I had a startling realization that I had stumbled upon a breakthrough that would completely disrupt the health and fitness industry and change thousands of people's lives. I locked myself in a room and read page after page and was floored when I discovered the true cause of lethal excess body fat, diabetes, obesity, uncontrollable weight fluctuations, and other potentially deadly weight-related illnesses that plague men and women all ages, but are especially common in men and women over the age of 35. I was eager to see the transformation Giselle was about to make. That transformation happened quicker than I could ever imagine. My girlfriend called me out the blue screaming with excitement. What she told me next caused me to scream so loud everyone in the gym thought I was crazy. Daryl, you won't believe this. My mom has lost 8 pounds and is full of energy, and she has only been following the program for 2 weeks. I admit, I almost didn't believe her. It's been crazy. She's been losing body fat every single day. It's amazing. At that moment, Giselle snatches the phone and says, Daryl, this is amazing. I haven't felt this good in years. I don't feel tired, my complexion is glowing, and my joints don't feel sore anymore. This is not a joke. This program Dr. Sarmat has created is nothing short of life-changing. I feel like a new woman, and I wake up every day with a pep in my step, and I feel like I did when I was 20 years younger. I have more mobility, my muscles feel stronger, I can breathe easier, and I even took a blood test the other day, and they reported that my blood sugar is under control. And not only that, I didn't have to give up all the foods I love. All I have to do is use this magic formula, and it doesn't matter what I eat, the pounds just keep flying off. I was shocked by what Giselle was telling me, but as a personal trainer and having worked with thousands of clients at that point, I had my doubts. So in order to prove this program really worked, I had to do some tests with a small group of my own clients. I purposely selected clients who struggled fiercely to lose even 2 to 3 pounds, even with a healthy diet and exercising daily. In order for this to work, I needed them to collect 5 things before we started: their blood pressure, body fat percentage, blood sugar, cholesterol levels, and of course, body weight. What I experienced was nothing short of astounding. After just 1 month teaching them the magic formula Dr. Sarmat taught Giselle, every client lost multiple pounds of excess body fat. However, I was even more amazed at the unprecedented health changes each client experienced. Every one of my test clients, man and woman, saw a drastic drop in bad cholesterol, blood sugar levels, and blood pressure. At this point, it was no denying the results that were right in front of my face. I saw men and women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, and even 70s lose pounds of lethal excess body fat, all the while reducing symptoms related to diabetes, obesity, and heart disease faster than I ever could have imagined. I quickly ran to make copies of this revolutionary program. I gave it to friends, entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, parents. And did you know, like clockwork, every client that learned this magical formula I'm about to reveal to you melted away lethal excess body fat every single day. Take Luke, for example. He's a 35-year-old father of 2 who works 2 jobs and didn't have time to get to the gym every day and needed to lose weight fast. I applied the exact same program Dr. Sarmat gave me, and he lost pounds of excess body fat without having to spend ridiculous hours in the gym. Or what about Raquel? Raquel's family has a history with diabetes, and because she felt depressed all the time, she would pack on the pounds. Raquel hated to work out, and her current relationship was in shambles. She called me one day crying because she said that the spark had gone out in her relationship. She said her boyfriend's sex drive was non-existent. She feared he might be seeing another woman because she had let herself go and gained almost 25 pounds of excess fat. I taught her the same magical formula, and she lost excess pounds, and now her boyfriend can't keep his hands off of her. And not only that, after seeing her amazing results, her boyfriend applied the exact same method and lost 20 pounds of his own, and also reports that his sex drive has come back with a vengeance. These amazing results gave me more confidence in myself and what this program could potentially do. How many others were out there like Giselle who were struggling with deadly excess body fat, heart disease, and diabetes? So naturally, I decided to share with more of my close relatives and personal friends. It wasn't long until they were experiencing the exact same extraordinary results and were emailing friends and family and taking their results to social media to share their stories. It only took about a month before I had dozens of messages and emails from men and women all over the world telling me about their success with this system. I had messages from people as young as 21 and as old as 80 that all shared one thing. Each and every one of them applied Dr. Sarmat's magic formula and were incinerating their excess body fat while improving their health. To be honest, just talking about this causes me to become overcome with emotions. I had been training people all my life, but until then, I was never able to create the dramatic and rapid change so effectively and with so many people I'd never met personally. I admit, I was shocked at seeing my email overflowing with people telling me how easy and effortless it was to follow the program without needing me to train them in person. This was a giant indicator that I was on to something truly special. And I felt like it was my duty to get this to the world so that other people could experience the astonishing, rapid weight loss, tremendously improved hormonal health, and burst of energy that everyone I gave this program experienced. So I gathered up all the information from Dr. Sarmat in the pages of notes I collected from Giselle, my clients, and my own personal experience, and I transformed it into a step-by-step map for melting away lethal excess body fat, preventing heart disease, and managing the symptoms of type 2 diabetes. I put this magic formula down and provided a diet that, if you eat right, will incinerate excess body fat every day. I then compiled it into a complete day-by-day map that will have you burning fat while you sleep and work to reduce the effects of aging and the underlying causes that trigger weight-related diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. I also include the 4 ironclad rules of weight loss you must follow that will guarantee you lose weight. Not to mention, I've included the sneaky secret anyone can use to rapidly increase weight loss. And most importantly, I have revealed the secret to jumpstarting your metabolism that will work regardless of your age. This simple truth is essential to weight loss, and you will not find it in popular programs you see on TV or in infomercials. But I still wasn't done. I also include the magic formula that shows exactly how to eliminate stubborn body fat forever. This is the result of working with over 1,000 clients and compiling research from actual clients and experimenting and uncovering the exact factor that causes a buildup of stubborn excess body fat. I then hold your hand and lead you to the exact foods you need to melt away lethal excess body fat in those stubborn areas like your love handles and thighs. This is the answer if you must lose 10, 15, 20, or 30 pounds of lethal excess body fat and will dramatically improve your health, boost your metabolism, and have you walking around like someone half your age. And get this, even though this program was created by a doctor, it's super easy to follow and understand. You will see changes rapidly, and you won't have to shift your entire life around to achieve these results. I'm even going to give you the exact diet Dr. Sarmat gave me so you never worry about what to eat again, even if you're dining out with friends. Because of the rapid life-changing results this program gave my girlfriend's mother, Giselle, I have decided to call this the Turbo Fat Burner. The name made sense, seeing as the program has already helped 150,000 people and has been melting away pounds at turbo speed within the first 2 weeks of using it. People like Carmen from Detroit, who lost all her body fat after her pregnancy caused her to gain 15 pounds. She lost all that in record time. And Stan from Philadelphia, who could not believe the amazing results you see here. It is very important that I point out this is not some absurd 2-minute ritual or silly 2 to 3 week diet or some crazy liquid diet. I think we both know that these so-called solutions never work and are hard to maintain. The Turbo Fat Burner is different because it targets the root causes of excessive lethal body fat that lead to heart disease and other weight-related illnesses. This is not a program that simply masks the symptoms while never dealing with the actual problem. The Turbo Fat Burner gives you the exact magic formula that will permanently fix the hidden causes of excessive weight gain and make sure you never struggle with weight again, while allowing you to still eat the food you love and look 10 to 20 years younger. And burning fat at such an accelerated pace, you will see results in just the first 2 weeks. You will also be happy to learn that this program doesn't require any strenuous workouts or buying any expensive workout gadgets. However, if you want to exercise, I'm also going to include my easy to follow miracle midsection workout that can be performed while sitting on the couch or watching TV and will still absolutely incinerate 4 to 5 pounds from your waist in less time than you ever imagined. This is the perfect program when you need to get that summer body fast. You will look better and feel better in all your clothes, and best of all, you will never have to worry about the weight coming back. Thanks to Dr. Sarmat's magic formula. And if you want to learn how to rapidly accelerate weight loss, I'm also going to give you the sneaky secret you can apply in just 2 minutes that will turbocharge your weight loss. And even if you don't need to lose weight and are just interested in preventing diabetes, heart disease, and other weight-related illnesses, on page 70 of the Fat Burning 101 book, I'm going to show you how to eliminate stubborn body fat forever. The Turbo Fat Burner is going to give you the exact details on how you can make these results happen for you. Okay, so now that I have told my story, I think it's clear there isn't anything like the Turbo Fat Burner anywhere on the internet, at your local bookstores, college campuses, or published in the latest medical journal. It is a total program that contains the exact magic formula that will transform your health while incinerating lethal body fat each and every day. This is something you need because you could be like Giselle and have a hidden symptom that might cause a sudden heart attack and not even know it. Look, 610,000 people die from heart attacks every single year. 1 in 4 deaths in America are due to heart disease. How many of those people were at risk and didn't even know it, and now it's too late? The Turbo Fat Burner can help prevent you or your loved ones from falling victim to this epidemic. Of course, you could try one of these programs filled with 2-minute rituals and run-of-the-mill programs like CrossFit, but why would you when you have this easy system that targets the exact problem you are facing? What's worse, many of these exercises don't take into account your personal body, as every person is unique, and try to give the same advice to every person, which can lead to permanent damage to your body if your diet and exercise are not specific to your body. Heck, even a doctor prescribes different medicine based on age and many times weight. And yes, you could go down to your local gym and hire some trainer for $300 to $400 who will perform mostly guesswork on your body while hoping you lose weight, at the same time never targeting the true cause of your underlying health issues. You could go listen to a dietitian talk for hours about hormone imbalances and give you a generic meal plan that doesn't take into account your specific needs. But why would you ever do that when you have a proven system that targets your individual needs and melts away humiliating lethal belly fat, while dealing with the single most important root cause to excessive weight gain that leads to heart disease and diabetes without any hazardous effects from generic diets and strenuous workout plans? Plus, the Turbo Fat Burner will save you from long, grueling hours in the gym or putting you on any deadly prescription drugs that lead to decreased lean body mass, headaches, high blood pressure, adrenal burnout, inflammation, and even death. Picture it. In less than 3 minutes, you will be able to access the same powerful method for yourself that gave Giselle amazing results like this. With the Turbo Fat Burner system, you will not have to become a recluse stuck in the gym 3 to 4 hours a day, and there are no drugs to take or silly rituals to follow. And you won't have to spend the rest of your life eating diet foods or prepackaged meals like the one you get from Weight Watchers. All you need to do is apply this magic formula and do more of what you already love. You will wake up ready to tackle the day as you watch your waist get smaller and smaller every day until you eventually don't recognize your own body anymore. These are the results that have happened for thousands of people who have already tried this system in every part of the world. And now it's your turn to join our community of success stories. When I first put this system together, we thought about charging $297 to get this program. However, we knew because of all the time we invested gathering this information and the fees that you would incur if you did the same, it would still be a steal at that price. Incredibly, it would still be less than you would pay for a month with a personal trainer, prescription drugs, or a trip to the dietitian. However, because I understand what it's like not to have the resources to access a program like this, we want to make this simple program available to everybody. We know from personal experience how extremely important it is to learn this virtually hidden magic formula that incinerates as much excess body fat as you want from all areas of your body, while targeting the true underlying cause of excessive weight gain and heart disease. Doing this, you will experience a glowing complexion and feel vitality like you never have in all your adult life. Your stomach will become non-existent and you will regain the mobility that you thought you had lost forever. You will drastically reduce your risk of weight-related issues like diabetes and heart disease, and even begin balancing your hormones and boost your sex drive. Just picture how amazing you'll feel just knowing you have total control over your health and weight. Think of the ease and comfort and security you will enjoy knowing you will have a fuller life and be able to watch your loved ones grow up and start families of their own. See yourself with renewed vigor, getting out of the house, engaging in new activities, and grateful for the life you have been given. Now, think of what could happen if you don't take action now. Here's the tough truth you probably already knew. If you want different results, you need to do something different. Make a definitive decision to get different results now. You're standing at a crossroads. To the left is a life that leads to high cholesterol levels, symptoms of diabetes, and deadly heart disease. To the right is a road filled with amazing experiences, timeless moments, unforgettable memories with your friends and family, and a healthy life. Choosing the right road makes all the difference. Yes, I think you will agree with me that this is an incredible offer at just $297. But I'll be honest, I didn't start training on my college campus for the money. The Turbo Fat Burner saved the lives of people I care deeply for and love. I am fully aware of what it's like to watch someone you care about waste away due to failing health. I know the frustration, helplessness, and trauma from watching your loved ones suffer and feeling like there's nothing you can do to help them. This is not what I want for you. I know that people would be happy paying $297 for the Turbo Fat Burner system. But I also knew that most people wouldn't be able to access this information if I charged that price and would not get a chance to experience the life-changing results that Giselle did. So I'm not going to charge you anywhere near $297. I'm not even going to charge you $197 or $97, which is less than the cost of a great personal trainer. Instead, when you say yes to Turbo Fat Burner today and make a commitment to eliminate all your lethal excess belly fat, hidden symptoms that are slowly killing you, detoxifying your body, improving your complexion, increasing blood flow, clearing clogged arteries, restoring youthful energy, and even restoring your dormant sex drive, I will only ask you to help me recoup some of my losses for my hosting fees, expensive web development, costly advertising fees, and you will get the complete Turbo Fat Burner system by investing a mere $37 in your fitness and personal well-being. If you are ready to make a dramatic change in your body and health today and are looking for an easy-to-follow program for quickly melting away lethal belly fat, act now by clicking the Add to Cart button below. After that, you will be taken to a secure page like this. Once you enter your information, you will gain instant access to the entire Turbo Fat Burner system. You will be able to instantly access the magic formula, the Fat Burning 101 guide, the Fat Burner diet, the mindset book that will hardwire your brain to succeed, and the Turbo Fat Burner exercise book that contains no strenuous exercises. Plus, you will get access to the 3 superfoods you never knew existed that will turbocharge your metabolism, boost your sex drive, and help prevent deadly heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And also make you feel half your age and eliminate excess belly fat. You will be able to access everything immediately from your computer, smartphone, or tablet. So there is no need to wait for anything to be shipped, so you can get started in just minutes from now. All that's left for you to do is take massive action. I promise you this, nothing in your life will change unless you make a move. That's what Giselle and I did to rapidly change our health. You see, it doesn't really matter if you take advantage of this program that thousands are using right now. We'll still be creating transformations in people's lives every day. You could go hire a personal trainer with no experience or scour the internet and spend years looking for this information, but you would always be working harder than you need to. It's finally your turn. But if you are still feeling any hesitation, I'm going to take all the risk away from you. The Turbo Fat Burner system comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You will see yourself melting away pound after pound, losing inches from your waist, and your friends envying your new body, all while managing the symptoms of diabetes and preventing heart disease. But I'm so confident in the system that if at any time you are unsatisfied or you don't lose any weight by using this system, I will give you a full refund. So you lose weight or it's free. It pains me to say this, but the clock is ticking. You don't want to go through what Giselle did. She got lucky that day. However, why would you risk it when you have a solution right at your fingertips? Do the right thing for your family and loved ones and push the add to cart button you see below. Immediately after that, you will have full access to the Turbo Fat Burner system. The Fat Burning 101 Guide, the Fat Burner Diet, the Mindset book that will hardwire your brain to succeed, and the Turbo Fat Burner Exercise book that contains no strenuous exercise, access to the 3 superfoods you never knew existed that will turbocharge your metabolism, help prevent deadly heart disease and type 2 diabetes, boost sex drive, and make you feel like a person half your age, and eliminate excess belly fat, and much more. And not to mention, you will also discover the exact foods and beverages you should avoid to prevent what happened to Giselle that day. After you claim your copy, you can take 2 full months to try out the entire program for yourself. If for any reason you are not satisfied or you feel like your weight isn't melting away fast enough, simply send me an email to the address I will give you on the instant download page, and I will refund your entire purchase with no questions asked. There is zero risk on your part. The only risk you have is if you leave this page and feel the horrible pain of regret because you didn't follow this simple program when you had the chance. Your body and your health are worth 100 million times more than the small price today for this amazing information I have for you. And remember, there is a 100% satisfaction guarantee, so there is no excuse. Get started now by clicking the Add to Cart button below. My time is almost up and we are nearing the end. So unless you want to watch this entire presentation again, I suggest you act fast by clicking the Add to Cart button you see below this video screen. Your health is your responsibility. Stop being manipulated by the greedy drug companies and the diet infomercial people. Don't waste another dime on another DVD or exercise gadget that just doesn't work. Seize this opportunity. I promise you'll be glad you did. I wish you a healthy life. P.S. Let me emphasize that you will experience this using the Turbo Fat Burner system. I am always shocked when people don't take action when they have the solution right in front of them. You have nothing to risk with our 100% satisfaction guarantee. To order, simply click the buy button below and you can do the right thing for your future and your loved ones. Act now while you still have time.